can see myself now. How unfortunate. Yes. So thank you very much for your run, by the way. It was great. Okay, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes. You may be able to hear the little, well, I can hear the little clicks and clacks of the run being set up. In case you are wondering, this WASD 2023 is in support of SpecialEffect. As they call themselves, they are a charity to basically help the people who are unable to normally play games for various physical disabilities to be able to enjoy and have fun. So where we have an initial donation goal set of £100, but we have various different stretch goals after that. So I guess the fun stuff you could say is, I'd say it starts at once we reach about £300 or so. We have various different donation incentives. So for example, one of our organisers has kindly volunteered to try various levels of hot sauce depending on different donation levels. So starting at around 10,000, 6,000 Scovilles to then 600,000 Scovilles and finally 6 million if we get to that point. We will have to be quite careful if that happens. I'm getting the game audio through on already from the next run. Unfortunately, it appears the level is very high, and it is hurting my ears. Coming up soon, we have Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Well, at least that's the title of the game, because they packaged it with Bowser's Fury. But we're specifically playing the Super Mario 3D World portion. It's an any % run, so the runner will be trying to get to the end as fast as possible. Look forward to it. I saw when it was submitted, it definitely was an interesting run. If you would like to donate, you can do that. In Twitch chat, you can see the ! donate shows up the link. It's warwickspeed.run/donate. We've also activated a donation incentive for this run. So this is going to be Super Mario 3D World. And if we happen to have a donation incentive of £25, then the runner will, as well as finishing the run, also play Champions Road, which, for those unaware, is by a long shot the hardest level in the game. Okay, it appears we're switching over now. Okay, we're going to switch over to the run now. Okay, we can see your screen. Can you hear me okay?
Hello, yeah.
Hello, yes. So this is Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, technically, is the full title of the game.
Alright, hello.
Hello. Let us know when... so when does time start from, by the way?
Time starts on file select.
On file select. Okay, so like the second you press new game, or...
like as soon as I press A here.
Okay, I see. So if you will give us a timer, then we can do that. Are you ready? Can I count in? Okay, so 3, 2, 1, and time. And so it begins.
Okay, so, this is Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury. I'm technically going to be playing 3D World, which is the, longer of the two games, but yeah. So you may notice I'm going to be playing as Toad here. Toad is essentially the fastest character for speed, but sometimes I will be changing between Toad, Luigi, and Peach because of some other reasons I'll get into later. Yeah, this is the first level.
Oh, interesting. So you're correct. So you're actually collecting some green stars there.
Sorry?
You're actually collecting some green stars there.
Yeah, you need a total of 170 in order to beat the game.
Right.
So, yeah, we do need to collect a certain amount of green stars in every level.
And then is that to unlock like a gate in the final area, I suppose?
Yeah.
So I noticed that you, on the flagpole there, you actually went to the lowest possible point.
The reason why, well, it's kind of dependent on the level. Sometimes if we go onto like a higher point of the level, then you can get like, it's like really dependent on how it is, but sometimes you can just, it's like better to go to the lowest point at some points. Sometimes it's better higher, but it's like when you're at higher elevations, yeah. So yeah, I guess I can kind of mention a bit of the movement we're doing. We're going to be doing a thing called vectoring, which you can kind of see a little bit here. Well, not really here, but you can kind of see a little bit in, you saw a little bit in 1-1, but you can see a bit here.
Wait, was that the use of the gamepad?
Well, yeah, there's a Switch, so there's no gamepad.
Oh yes, of course, my bad. I remember playing this on the Wii U.
So, that trick there is a shell throw. I'm really happy I got that. If you didn't get that, you would completely miss out on that star and would lose quite a bit of time, like about 20 seconds, I believe, to get a backup. But, yeah, it's a pretty weird thing. It only saves about a second. And yeah, now we're in World 2.
So, are there any... are you mainly aiming to try and skip as much of the world as possible?
We're mostly just trying to get from like start to finish and try to get 170 stars in the process, basically. So yeah, this level here you can kind of see a bit more of an example of vectoring and where vectoring can go fast. Done this bird here, hit the that top right very green star, and then we're just gonna get this last green star from Toad. You may notice there's like stamps I could get, but stamps I'm going to avoid as much as possible because they of course lose 4 seconds every time. Yeah, this was actually a really clean 2-1.
Yeah, this run is looking very clean so far.
I guess something I could kind of mention is how fireworks work. If you're familiar with like Mario Bros. 1 or something, you may notice like fireworks kind of show up at every time, at like certain times. For this game, it works a little bit different. I don't remember how Mario 1 works, but it works if you have a 1, 3, or 6 on the timer, that's when fireworks can show up.
Oh, interesting.
And if you hit fireworks, you lose like 2 seconds. That is not good.
It is not good.
I have no idea what the backup is. So I'll presume I could just...
There's a bell there, so you're fine.
I mean, it's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I could... there's a backup in like the next few levels. But yeah, we're just gonna hit this bounce statue here. Didn't hit it the right way, but why not? That's fine. And get this green star from Toad. And yeah, this might be fireworks, but I'm just gonna wait a second. It's often faster to just wait a second and not get fireworks instead of getting fireworks, because yeah, if you wait, you just lose like, and it's like if you get fireworks, you lose 2 seconds. So, something I could also kind of mention, this was actually found, I don't remember who found it, I think it was Luigi Master, the record holder. It's basically, if you mash, I'm gonna reset that.
Oh dear.
If you mash A, not like fast mash, but if you press A like somewhat fast, you can essentially get a faster, well, like the road on like the road that it brings you to the next level moves a little bit faster. Which is weird, especially because it was only found like a year ago, and even though the games came out for 9 years, you can just mash and you can save time. It's great.
So is there any particular reason why you're collecting coins as well, or is that just kind of a byproduct of going through the stage as fast as possible?
Sorry?
Is there any particular reason why you're collecting coins as well, or is that just kind of as part of going
Collecting
through
what?
Coins.
Coins. No. Coins are unnecessary. Anyway, we have the first mystery house coming up, which is, the one to the right here. Very little to do with it, it's just like 5 enemy hordes or something, it's not much to mention. This one we're gonna stun both of them and hit them with one tap. Second one, have a trooper here. The other one, and then the third is where I can get a backup Katsu, which luckily is gonna be great, because we don't have a Katsu in quite a while. So, now we have like 2A, which 2A is a pretty funny level. And yeah, if you have played this game, you will probably imagine how fast it is. And yeah, that's it. There's a small thing that I do with enemies, well, with like stars that spawn like up, by the way, like, if you see a star that is like spawns in like a level, like for example this, I often try to like grab it with the gyro in order to get it like a little bit faster. Anyway, this level, double cherry pass, fairly straightforward, can be a bit finicky with like the double cherry. Sometimes the double cherry can just not work sometimes, for whatever reason.
I'd like the double cherry just actually doesn't...
Like, you can get both characters separated.
Right.
What I did is I just had to intentionally get rid of one of them for a little bit of time save. It's faster for one of them to just fall in the pit, but it's not that consistent.
Am I correct in thinking that it does not matter which of your clones disappears?
Sorry?
So when you have a double cherry, it doesn't actually matter which of your clones
yeah,
is
it doesn't matter
sacrificed.
which one, as long as
Interesting.
only one.
This may have serious implications on the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, if it's both gone, then of course you lose a life. Anyway, yeah, this is the this is 210. This is what people know as the funny auto-scroller level that everyone does before going into World 3. So, yeah, we have quite a bit of time, free time.
Oh, auto-scroll. Oh, perfect. Wait, so there's no way to get past this auto-scrolling bit, I suppose.
It's literally just an auto-scroll, there's nothing you can do. There's like about 100 in-game time where...
Just where you can relax for a bit, I suppose.
Just relax.
So, you came all the way here from Wales, is that right?
Sorry?
You came all the way here from Wales, is that right?
I came in from South Wales.
Wow, yeah, that's quite a way to travel.
That is quite a bit of a travel, yeah. It took like 4 hours to get there. Because, yeah, we mostly just went by train and had to go from a like 3 different train stops, including Cardiff. First time being in, like, you know, England in, like, multiple years, and it's pretty chill.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, essentially what I'm trying to do is there's a bit of a fast strat that not many people know of, where, if you wait until 289 on the clock, you can kinda do, like, get to the ending section of this really early. Wait, does it? Yeah, not 289, 279. So I can just pay attention to this. 34, jump, dive, jump.
There we go.
And normally people end to
There
kill
we go.
around 264 IGT. I can get like 268s, but it's like, yeah, it's a small AP time save. And this is Boom Boom, very simple boss, very little to explain here. You kinda just jump on his head twice and cat scratch once, that's faster animation wise. Like it saves about a second, and yeah.
Ooh, we have a 10. I'm gonna check if it's dollars or pounds. This is a £10 donation from Arizard saying hello from the audience. Good luck to Podz on the run, and I wish the best for the rest of the marathon. I hope it all runs smoothly. Thank you very much for that.
Dabstar, they're my roommate and just came to visit the event as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Also, yeah, I got fireworks there. My bad. It was like, yeah, fireworks often it was like 2 seconds-ish every time.
It's definitely an interesting feature to have those fireworks.
It doesn't really do anything. It's just
Speedrunner's annoyance.
speedrunners try to avoid them, but it's like if you get it like 5 or 6 times, it's not that bad. Over the course of like an hour 40-minute run. Anyway, free one, you may have a very cool trick showing up. Where we bring this nice snowball, hit it here, and mash. Go zoom. Then, mash a bit here. This pipe, and yeah, that's the end of this level. This is actually a pretty hard level, because sometimes it can go horribly wrong for seemingly no reason. Like, the Doomba can just completely dono wall you, or like, you can just get bodied by one of the enemies here. For no apparent reason. It's great.
So would you say the biggest difficulty in the run is, well, I suppose it's about getting the required number of stars. That's the main sort of
it's
issue.
mostly this run is kind of like what people say is like this run. If you played on the Wii U as well, it's even more about that fact. It's mostly just a damageless run. Like the Katsu is like mostly the fastest way to move, unless you're like a top level runner, which is like a mixture of Katsu and Tamiki. And yeah, we have a pretty cool flip coming up. On a first try. You can just slice through that bookcase hitbox. Dive. Nabu can get in my nose. And door toad. Yeah, we do a bit of vectoring here. I used to do this level with Luigi because of that flip, but then I realized that Cactus kind of showed me a really more consistent strat here. Which, yeah, huge shoutouts to him for showing me that. Full 30, good. Because essentially it's like, I can save like a few extra IGT there, because you oftenly want to aim for like 434 for 435. I know like top runners get like somewhere in the 440s or something. But it's like, yeah, roughly about like 4 free acts is good. Anyway, we have a first Captain Toad level, which Captain Toad is, if anyone's familiar with Treasure Tracker, Captain Toad has a lot of like small things to it that can help you go fast. Bit of a fun fact here, but if you play 2-player, this is actually a really cool level. I actually did kind of want to show it off, but this is a 1-player run, not a 2-player, sadly. Like, I was gonna get Aru, if we had the possibility, I would have gotten Aru here, and we could have, like, shown this off, because it's a really cool strat, but yeah. You're just stuck with 1 player for now.
The Captain Toad levels were definitely quite popular.
Basically, it's like you use the second Toad to get a couple of stars. Like, if you're this isn't actually allowed in any percent, but some of the other categories, 380 and 243, they are allowed. For whatever reason, don't know why. But yeah, you can just do that and you can save like quite a bit of time. Like, I would be done with a level in about 360 IGT. This route does get me done in about 333. Luckily, fireworks doesn't apply here, so it's not the worst thing in the world.
Someone is asking, how long is 1 IGT in real seconds?
I think an IGT in this game is about like 0.7 of a second, but I might be mistaken. If any 3D World runners are in the chat, they could probably say it's like faster than a second, but I don't remember how much. Also, this level's really fast, you can probably tell with a 100-second timer.
Oh yeah, that timer is definitely not a second at all. What? that is an interesting way of timing things.
Fireworks. Oh well. Okay, so...
someone also says 0.6 seconds rings a bell.
0.6? Close enough. So yep, this Magic Cooper, there's gonna be a lot of like boss rushes, like this blockade here. This Magic Cooper can be a bit funky sometimes. That was pretty good otherwise. Good to see it. Also, after this level, after this next level here in 3.5, we're going to be doing our first actual character switch from Toad to Peach. Because if you play Toad in 3.7, you might get bodied. I've never seen anyone play Toad 3.7, so yeah. This isn't just a 1-character run. This is a run with 3 characters, mainly because Toad is like the fastest. I guess I could actually kind of explain like character differences. Toad is the fastest moving. Peach has a flow, and Luigi does get like goes pretty fast and has a has the highest jump out of all of them. Mario can be used at some points, but nobody plays as Mario because oftentimes Luigi is the best character. Well, some people do, but it's like very, very rarely. You can either do that, or if you're playing 380 stars, you have to play as Mario for 1 level, which is amazing.
Why do you have to play as Mario for 1 level?
There is a stamp with a in 2-4. There's like a stamp right at the start of the level where you have to play as Mario to unlock it for some reason.
Right.
Amazing. So yeah, 3.7 is a really cool Peach level that I am like a really big fan of. really like how it goes, because it's like a level that can really go wrong if you play it wrong, but if you play it right, it looks so satisfying, and especially to people who want to, people who have never seen this game, this is like one of the most satisfying levels to watch, because you just go flying.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a fun level.
So yeah, you hit the speed here. You
Oh, that's a nice skip.
Just go. Want to go fly into about here. You can go in this pipe if you do like a faster route, but I don't do it because
is it a bit risky? Or...
pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well, not getting that star, but doing the route is pretty hard. Go down here. Get the star, and then you just go straight for the star. Nice.
So the repeated use of the cat suit there, I guess, is to make sure you keep some level of.
It's just make sure I can go, like, just go through the level properly. Because if you don't have a cat suit, you would have to take the moving platforms here, which is, if you can imagine, that is really slow. And also, this next level is probably another example of really satisfying levels that you can play with Peach. Because, yeah, go figure. This is like another auto-scroll level, but it's not really. You can actually kind of like advance the auto-scroller through just doing a trick known as train jumping. So we just go here. And then we do back. Because as you can see, if you do that, it advances the auto-scroller a little bit. That is bad. Oh my god, how did I not die?
I see you have pressed the screenshot button.
I had to press the clip button there because I really wanted to show that and get back. Also, yeah, you just do that 3 times. There is a bit of a fast strat here, but we'll see if I can get it. Got it. Nice. So Pom Pom here shows 4 clones of herself. Just have to hit her in the same way. Now she shows 6.
I guess this is somewhat RNG dependent.
You can kind of see where the clones are, but it's really hard to like tell the difference. I think it's like due to the sparkles, but I often just guess, and sometimes I get it right. Very rarely though. Anyway, yeah, I'm actually pretty happy I got that, like, because, yeah, that level is pretty hard, and if you mess it up, you have to just... Well, if you mess it up, there's, like, no backup cat suits until, like, 4-1. Well, there is one freebie in the next level here, but it's a bit of a slow one, so... I'm happy I've kept my cat suit all throughout Rule 3. If I lose it here, then, I have one next level, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, this is the level I'm going to be playing as Luigi for high, like, because Luigi jumps the highest. And yeah, I'm going to be going for a fast strat here, where I'm just going to zoom around and buffer a spin.
Oh, so then when the actual... Ah, that's nice.
Excuse me? How did that not work?
Oh no. Okay, so got it.
Hit him. Like, I was trying for a trick called Fast Crack here, but unfortunately Fast Crack just doesn't work sometimes. I don't know why. Kinda funny. Oftentimes I get it, but I lose my Katsu in the level, which... Luckily you can get like a backup next level, but still pretty bad. yeah, that's the end of World 3. I was kind of trying a bit of a small thing here called crouch boosting, where more top-level runners do it. If you watch, like, someone with, like, a 134 or below, they often, like, start doing it. Crouch boosting is, like, the fastest movement in the game that mostly Luigi players do, but trying to get it is really hard, and if you want to get it consistently, it requires a button remap with ZL to X and X to ZL. And what you essentially have to do is you have to swipe your thumb between X and B, kind of like this.
Right.
And if you don't do it right, you can ground pound or something. I'll kind of go over a bit more later.
That does seem like quite advanced movement tech.
It's a really cool strat, but...
So you say it's faster. I imagine... How much faster are we talking here?
How much faster? You'll see. 5-4 is like a better way to show it. Also, yeah, this level has a pretty cool strat here. After this...
someone says, the only speedrun trick I can do in this game is that jump onto the boss. I imagine...
Amazing. Anyway, yeah, you have to take damage here. Ignore the fact that I took damage there. There is no point, and that I will get another capsule next level. So yeah, should be fun. Well, hopefully I can get another capsule next level. There's a roulette block in 4-2 that I'm gonna be going into, and yeah. This is actually where the routes kind of change. If you remember Storm's run from the Wii U version, like 2 years ago or something?
Luigi time!
I guess this is because the runners have found, you know, a slightly better
Storm
strategy.
ran... Alright, granted they ran itemless Mario, which is an interesting showcase, but yeah, this is like... where the routes kind of differ from the Wii U version to the Switch. So, what I'm gonna do here... not that. That is not what I wanted. Here's hoping I get it. If I don't, I'm gonna cry.
Fingers crossed.
If I don't... well, I kind of need it for the next level anyway. Because 4-4 is a pretty rough run. Luckily, there's a visual cue.
Very nice.
There's a visual cue for it where it's like if you go on the... oh, Jesus. Hello? If you go on the floor, like, when you land on the floor there, you just hit. If you hit on, like, when you land on the floor, you can just get there every time. Get it every time. This one I have to go into the top because that's a bit faster, and yeah.
Nice. It appears that we have a donation. Let's have a little look.
Next level's a bit of a chill one, it's just a little enemy rush again. And then 4-4 we have a lot of pretty tight peach movement.
We have a £15 donation from Chard T saying, Donator? I barely know her. A classic. Thank you very much for that.
I was meant to just pick Luigi here, but I accidentally chose Peach. Also, thanks for the donation. Great. Anyway, 4-4. 4-4 time. I love this level.
We are already £9 away from
It actually is a really cool level. It's like really fast, but really hard to get right.
I think I went to read the donation. I looked back up, and then the level was basically already over.
Yeah. Some of these levels are really fast. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah, 4-4. Yeah, 4-4 skip, which is great. I brought my input there.
Yeah, I thought that exclamation mark schedule would be a nice command as well. We don't have it, unfortunately. If you go to Warwick speed.run slash I hope slash go. Let's check.
So yeah, after that we have a pretty cool skip coming up where, see this like spring here? Yeah, we don't need that. Just hit on this bar here and do a bit of vectoring here while in mid-air just to get onto this platform,
That should be
platform and
not slash.
beat the level. Hopefully, that was awkward. Tried beating the level, but unfortunately, there was a bit of a mishap there. Oh well.
I tried to send.
I was trying to be careful because I would have gotten fireworks otherwise, and then I got fireworks anyway, just like a lower number. Anyway, yep, for Mystery House, another really fast one. Luckily, this level takes like another. Well, this is a long one though, but this is actually a thing that if you watch Wii U or 2-player runs, there's like a trick in World 8 where you can just go out of bounds and just skip into this level, like from up in World 8, but it's really hard in Switch because you essentially need 3 controllers to get it right. I've never done it before, and I've seen people do it. Shout out to Shoyu Parfait, who they've done it in their RT in Japan run. They're also like really good at the game. They're like 2nd place.
What, 2nd place? Wow.
Yeah, with like a 127. Well, 127, and yeah. Gonna do a bit of vectoring here just to get on this platform, and we have.
These are very much good for getting those green stars.
Yeah, this is like a really fast set of 10 green stars. I do kind of like the fact that it's still faster to get, like, go out of the way to get, like, these green stars in the same way as, like, you get 10 green stars and you just fly across this level. Like, you essentially have to do, like, 3 extra levels in order to get here, and it's still faster. It's amazing.
Oh, I see. So you reset the board there in order to get back to the level quicker. That's nice.
Yeah, you use the menu to warp back.
Are we going for a secret exit by any chance?
And also, yeah, this is the same level. We're just going into the same level to get to the secret exit. So, yeah. Actually, not gonna lie, there's a trick I kind of want to try out, but I don't really know if it's safe in a marathon run setting.
Only one way to find out.
If I get to Nope. What am I doing? Well, can't even try it anyway. I was... Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, it's
It
fine.
happens.
It's fine. Look. Not getting me. Of course. Essentially, what I was... Oh, that's like 4 seconds gone, but that's fine. Oh, like 4 more seconds gone, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah. What I was trying to do there was I was trying to get a Tanuki. Because if you, there's like a really big skip in this next level called Island Hop that I've just recently learned. I know it's technically slower to do it with the route I'm doing. If you actually were to get the first star in 3-7, you would actually do this. Really cool skip. Skip a star in 5-1 and just go straight into, like, you can just skip like a lot of the level, but it's really hard, and there's like 2 different ways to do it. One of them is through a Tanuki boost, where you do like crouch boosting with a Tanuki in order to get a lot of speed and just fly over. And the second one is through shell jumps, which if anyone is familiar with like Mario World or like anything like that, or just watch like really high-level runs of the game, you would probably get like a good idea of how hard doing shell jumps is. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna stun these guys. I, of course, get hit every time I play this. It's impossible to not get hit. It's a myth. Propagated by the government to mislead the ignorant, but yeah, we move on. And yeah, we go to World 1. We go to World 1 real fast, because not many people know about this, but this is a pretty small thing that people do. And you get 5 stars from it. So, what you do, you go into this pipe, and you go into this pipe. And yeah, we're back at World 1. There's only one level available to us, which is the Captain Toad, but we can get 5 stars really quick from that, which essentially allows us to unlock a level we got nearby. Actually, yes. Yeah, thinking about it, it's actually...
Oh, so, I guess because you went out the exit of 1-2... Ah, because the bridge wasn't constructed.
Yeah, the bridge is out.
Yes.
There's no other way to get in. Anyway, I'm gonna try to go for a fast cycle here, and I missed it. But it's fine. Not that big of a deal. And yeah, we just make our way through. I'm gonna try to get some speed here while I'm on this platform, just to maintain my top speed. I lost it, but it's fine. And yeah. Yeah, we go for 5-1 next. Actually, yeah, good thing I actually didn't go for it, because I realized you actually do kind of need the star in 3-7 to go to 5-1. Because you need 80 stars for the next level, and if you were to do the skip, you would be skipping 2 stars here, which is the second and the second and the third. I mean, not the first, but yeah. Essentially, what I'm trying to do here, I try to get on here to get the hello. What the hell? Sure, we move on. But yeah, essentially what that trick is, it's called Island Hop. You essentially go from here to here through the use of like crouch boosting and Tanuki, which you can probably imagine how hard that is. It's like you essentially have to do constant 5-frame inputs, and if you miss one of them, you lose all your speed and you have to start again. And then it's like you just jump here to here and skip the need of these points. It is really hard, and I've gotten it a few times. It's a really cool trick, but if you mess it up once, then it's like, yeah, it's just rip bozo. You're just dead. Try again. You have to take the slow way out or load level again.
Fair enough, but I imagine we're coming up on that trick now.
I would definitely like to show it off at some point, but it's like...
Not marathon safe?
It saves like 10 seconds, I believe?
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, here's Platzi. See if I can get... I got a fast clip out of a fast jump off of Platzi. Let's go. It's like a really tight window. And I didn't get fireworks, that's great. 384 is not that bad here, but I feel like 390s, 400s is probably like what I normally get. I don't remember. Also, yeah, we kind of get a really fast set of 3 stars here. Yeah, that perfectly puts us at 80, which, yeah, good thing I didn't do the skip, because if I did, I would have been at 79 and would have had to do 5-2, which is really slow. And yeah, we do 5-3 here, which, if you remember this level's also really fast. And that's it.
Very nice.
you just go zoom and the level just finishes. It's amazing. Anyway, after this we have another enemy rush, which is again, you can beat this in like 5 seconds, and then we have 5-4, which is the funny crouch boost level. I can actually show how fast crouch boosting goes. Anyway, yep, this is the charge and shot blockade. This is not how I wanted it to go, but we move. You normally would just try to hit one of them, knock them out, and then you do like a cat dive back, and you just get the rest of them, which is amazing. And yeah, now I can actually kind of show the thing with 5-4 with crouch boosting. This is actually pretty hard, a pretty hard trick that, if you're a top level runner, you kind of want to go for this everywhere, but I am really inconsistent with this and will probably get accidental ground pounds. So yeah, we just go hit this, grab this green star. It's faster to not take this pipe. And yeah, just to show crouch boosting, this is the best area to do it. If anyone's practicing this vectoring or crouch boosting, do it here, because this level
is the level that has a very noticeable pop-in.
Fairly open. Anyway,
you can see the little trees and bushes appearing there in the background.
Wasn't like anywhere to like the point I could get it. If you were to like do it a bit more, you could go way faster, but unfortunately, kind of got a bit, kind of got hit with a ground pound input.
Well, we have a £2 anonymous donation that says, Keegan smells nice, which, if only you knew how wrong you were.
Amazing.
Well, we're actually £7 off the initial £100 goal, so thank you very much for that.
Okay, so 5-6 is another really hard level with platforms that if you jump, you essentially have to if you jump, the platforms jump. So had to take this a bit safe. Stun these guys, get some speed, and then we stun this block here. This sentry here. I actually did do a sneaky crouch boost in order to get a bit faster, but yeah, that wasn't that bad. That was actually really good. Dodged both of the 361 and 363 fireworks, which is really great.
Someone has asked, we're halfway to the, if I recall correctly, 175 stars mentioned, and nearly halfway to the estimate. What would you say is the halfway point of the run?
The what, sorry?
What would you say is the halfway point of the run?
Halfway is probably end of World 6. Like, right at the end of World 6 is like the point where people consider like, okay, we actually have a run, and it's also ironically the hardest part of the run, which
I guess there's that turning point of the run.
World 7 and World 8 is amazing. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna stun this guy real fast.
Well, that's quite the onslaught of bullets.
You can just go right under these bullets, and
although I suppose comparatively to the previous
nope.
To the previous run, that had definitely a lot more bullets.
Yeah. And yeah, we just climb this. Get this star real fast. Hang on, that should be fine.
It appears we have reached our first £100 donation.
Yep.
Sorry, as in £100 donation total, not a 100% donation. That would be quite insane.
Let's go. Love
very
to
nice.
See it. Love to see it.
I need to quickly enable the next one. Tiltify has this wonderful thing where it does. There is no automatic way to do this.
Anyway, yeah, this is 5 Castle. We have King Gafund, which I remember some people losing runs to, which is kind of weird because this is the easiest boss. But yeah, that is not great. This level's actually kind of hard though. So yep, we just get these greens, the screen star here. Have a pretty tight cycle to reach. I might lose a Katsu here, but there's a backup. Hold it. I'm gonna go back and get it because you don't have that much room for error in World 6. Excuse me? That's not what I wanted to do. I guess I'll do this to play it safe.
Nice. I should probably read out the curse donations that we got.
Sure thing. This boss is really easy.
Oh yes, that boss is very easy. I remember when I played that, it did not last very long, and I imagine it will last an even shorter time here.
You have like you have time for 1 or 2 donations.
Yes. So we have your mum, who donated £7 and said, asked for me to show my speedrunning skills or something. While I would love to, I don't think we have time to see me spend 5 hours complete a game at normal speed. And for the person who is talking about, person who mentioned smell, well, if you would like to come down to the SU atrium, then you will be able to.
Amazing. Sounds great. Also, yep, that's the end of World 5. We have World 6 next, which is kind of where the point where runs start getting real. Like, this is where like
so this is just a fake run right now. It's not a real run.
It's not like a fake run. It's more just like the run starts getting serious, where like there is a lot more things that can just go horribly wrong. Like, you can probably start to see a bit more later on. But
I mean, on the bright side, it doesn't seem like the time loss is going to be comparatively horrible.
It's actually been a pretty good run so far. There's been like not that much mistakes. I want to say this is like 38 pace, but 138 or something, but I'm not too sure. Like, I feel like this is about like 40 seconds off my PB. I have no idea where I'm at though. Anyway, take this section a bit carefully. Higher level runners often just jump on this platform, on this pipe and just skip this entire section, but it's really hard and really risky. I do not recommend. You can just, and yeah, this is actually a really cool skip here. It's a bit finicky, but it's really hard. It's a bit finicky and pretty hard, but yeah, what you do, you just climb up here, get these
I see,
top,
to try and stop going down
get these from on top. If you go into that pipe, you have a high chance of losing your Katsu, and I've killed many runs to just losing that Katsu, because...
Oh, hello.
I've killed a lot of runs to just losing that Katsu, and if you lose a Katsu in, like, a bunch of these spaces, then it's, like...
a big time loss.
A big time loss in next level as well. See, like, the big problem I have with this game is this game has a lot of, say... How do you say it? Runs can easily snowball if you do not, like, keep your Katsu. So, essentially, if you lose a Katsu in one area... you have to wait until the next level with a Katsu. So if you don't have it, then you lose. Oftentimes, you just lose way more time than if you keep it. Well, you just lose way more time if you don't have it. Also, pretty easy skip here. So, yep, these bullies, we all hate them. Sometimes they can just be stunned for like quite a bit more than what we need to. Anyway, yep, that's the end of this level. Excuse me. Try doing a bit of a crouch boost. I'm trying to do crouch boosts in like sections where you can. Like there's like free space, it's very rarely to die in, but I'm getting bodied every time because if you crouch boost at the wrong time, you're gonna get a ground pound or a long jump. And this is actually kind of rough because if you fat finger X when you're playing like in the middle of the midair, well, when you're in midair, you can essentially just get a ground pound. And if you get a ground pound and you're midair, you're going down. You're dying. You're done. Anyway, this level we have a bit of a cycle to reach. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna go around here, get on this pipe and wait for like a few seconds. I'm gonna go around the back side of the pipe. And we climb up here. And we make it to this cycle. Luckily I actually got it, not like a run I did like not too long before.
Someone has asked how far away are we from the Champions Road incentive? Well, we actually originally set it at £25, and that happened quite quickly. Yeah, so we have already reached the Champions Road incentive.
Let's go. Love to see it. More donations.
We should have raised that higher in hindsight.
Anyways, yeah, this level is pretty fast. We're kind of zooming. Kind of zooming through a lot of this. There's like this is like another mini boss. This is like an actual mini boss this time, and not like one of those enemy rushes. So essentially, this is Prince Bully. This is like the only RNG you get in this run. There's like a 2 in 5 chance the bully goes in the same direction, which we got lucky. We got lucky, first try.
Nice.
No like long cycles. Love to see it. My PB I actually saved time over my PB there because my PB got like longer cycles, and I was wondering, wait, what the heck? Why am I losing time in this next level? And I realized, because there's like a bit of a sheet that just compares you to like a bunch of many runners. Shouts to Mizu and Glenn for that. But yeah, if you just if you just play it like well, you can get like really good speed there. Anyways, yeah, this is Bullet Bill base. This level is pretty...
Someone has said 6.4% chance triple close slide. Triple close slide? Triple close slide.
There's a bit of a strat here. I'm gonna try it. I dropped a scratch. Yep.
So I guessing the idea is that the camera will hopefully then pan to where you are.
Yeah, the camera pans. Essentially, it's like a really hard jump you can do, and if you do it, it saves a grand total of 1 second.
Wow, a whole 1 second. That sounds extremely useful. Are we going for another attempt, or actually, I guess not.
So, yep, we do a bit of a spin jump, buffer spin to get into top of that section, and we vibe here. My god. That's not what I wanted to do, Toads. Thank you. And yeah, we just jump up here. Love to see it, love to see it. We're zooming. And yeah, next level, I'm actually gonna be focusing for a bit, so
That's fair. I will.
I guess
be
I can
quiet.
kind of explain it, but I'm gonna have to be a bit quiet here because this is actually this next level requires a lot of audio cues. This is Fuzzy Time Mind Skip, and I'm gonna essentially be playing the level mostly blind.
Wait, Misty Blind? Ah, okay.
So we'll just go up.
Oh, I see.
1, 2.
This
think I lost
is
myself.
already quite insane.
I think I'm gonna try again. I lost myself.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Head scratches. I'm gonna wait until 378. Got it. That's bad. That's bad. That's actually bad. No, I didn't get it. That was close. That
Oh, was this
close.
to get a specific star?
Essentially, what I have to do is I essentially have to, like, cause that camera to pan. And if I don't get it, then, well, if I don't get it, then it's like, yeah, I won't be able to get the green star. Sometimes I have to, like, take multiple tries to get this trick, but got there in the end.
Do you have to do this again by any chance?
It saves like 20 seconds roughly, but it's really hard. It's like you essentially have to do that movement completely blind. There are like movement cues, so it's like if you play with Rumble on, which is recommended for this game, you kind of can get an idea of, hey, this is what you have to do. You just do this movement twice. It's kind of like if anyone's familiar with Bubsia, he did like a SM64 120 star blindfolded. It's like normalized movement, I guess. So it's like you can kind of get a better sense of how to do it just by playing the level and trying to say, okay, this is the movement you do for this section, this is the movement you do for this section, and so on and so on. Anyways, yep, this level, this is one of my favorite ones. Love this level because of this one reason, and I'm going to explain it in a moment.
Oh, that's. I don't
Third
believe
one
it
you
needs
have to take a bit
explanation anymore. That's beautiful.
Then that's it.
What a level.
What a level. I love it. It's so satisfying when you get it right. I've been like messing up on some parts of this level because trying to remember some part of muscle memory. Like, some part of muscle memory actually hits when I'm in this level and I just lose like a lot of time. And it's really painful. Because this is like the easiest level in the run, and losing like a lot of time and your entire run to it sometimes is not the most fun thing in the world. Anyways, here, we're another auto-scroller, so yeah, got some time.
How long have you been running this game for?
How long have I ran it? Basically, just about since the... I did do a Wii U 12-hour challenge of this game. I think it was like somewhere in like 2017.
Oh, when you say a 12-hour challenge, what does that mean exactly?
12-hour challenge is essentially like a thing where if you get like 12 hours to learn the game and do a run of it.
Oh, okay.
It was made by Golden, and yeah, I did it for 3D World. I also did it for Splatoon 1, but I wasn't a fan of this game, so I basically left this game dormant until 2021 when the Switch version came out. Everyone was saying, oh my god, it's so much faster, it's so much better, the game is so good. And
Oh, so what are the changes that make it
what are the
faster?
changes? Basically, different movement. Like, a lot of the movement's quite a bit faster. You can skip the first cutscene, which saves like 2 minutes every reset. And the game doesn't rely as much on cat momentum. Also, I'm going to be careful here. I've died to this in this green star once, and it was not fun, because the auto-scroller can just completely body me there. Also, yeah, this is Boom Boom again. Not much to explain. His shell kind of gets invisible every now and again. Like, he actually has like partially an invisible shell in his next phase. I nearly lost my catsuit there, which not the most fun in the world. Anyways, I might play this next section a bit safe and go for a mushroom house, even though mushroom houses are technically slower, before going into 7-1. Actually, wait, I guess I could just let it roll out. There's like a mushroom house. I'm probably gonna save the mushroom houses for later. There's like a mushroom house you can do, which mushroom houses essentially have a 75% chance of getting a big box with 4 power-ups, being a mushroom, a fire flower, a tanuki, and a actually it's a boomerang, tanuki, mushroom, fire flower, or katsu. It's a mix of 4 out of the 5, or just a single mushroom. It doesn't matter which one you hit, but it's essentially a 1 in 4 chance of getting unlucky, and if you get unlucky, there's like a high chance you will your run is just dead.
No pressure then.
So yeah. This is 6C, which
Is this a similar strategy to the previous one?
sometimes it's like strategic to do it, but it's like I just have it if there's like no catsuits coming up next. 6C is like a really fast level, by the way. It's like very little to explain. Oh my god, that was really fast. Like that jump. Also, we're gonna try to avoid having clones, but I guess 1 clone will be alright, because the thing is we don't need them to like separate each other. If we have them separate, then it's like you lose a bit of time trying to get them both into the pipe.
Oh, do you need to get them both into the pipe? I see.
You need to get them both, otherwise like a small animation will
Well,
play.
rest in peace, that one. I sure hope that wasn't the original copy.
Yeah. Also, yep. Ripbozo, that one's just gone.
Oh, we have a £5 donation from Felix, who I believe is actually to the right of me. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Love to see it. Anyways, this section is the big thing in runs, and this is that one thing that everyone. This is where good ones can go to die, essentially.
Well, I suppose it does fit the theme.
It was quite a bit in the last world, but this world, a bit more. You'd probably take a hot guess of why, because, got it. I totally didn't mean to do that pun there, but there we go. Yeah, this world is pretty hard.
I suppose that the average player would come to this world thinking, yes, this must be the last world. It has fire and everything.
Yeah, this is the last world.
Oh,
right?
of course, yeah.
So yeah, this section you can kind of skip a lot. And yeah, we just fly over here.
So you said you need 170 stars.
Just skip everything here. This is like a mix. All of it you can just fly through.
So I see here you decided to skip the middle star.
Sorry?
So I see here you decided to skip the middle star. I
Yeah,
guess,
all of everything you need, everything like you touch in this level, you can just get past without any like any need just by like using Peach.
Yeah.
You can do it with Luigi as well, but Luigi's actually pretty hard. So yeah.
So I suppose the idea is that that you'd like to get less stars in the later levels because of them being more awkward.
Sorry?
I suppose the idea is you'd like to get less stars in the later levels because they're more awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just get like a lot more speed from like, well, you can just go that's like the fastest one to get. Also, yeah, you skip the second star that is slow. Also, yeah, this level is pretty hard. You can get you can get bodied here. Like a lot of new runners actually make a really big mistake in this level and jump late on these on like the boost platforms, which if you do, you will more like 9 times out of 10 drop your input, which I did it a lot, and you lose so much time there, and it's like it's just not worth it. You lose you just die if you more often than not, you just die, and if you die, then yeah, you lose your Katsu, and everything goes wrong, or you just reset the level.
No, someone has pointed out that the champion's red incentive is in fact £50, not £25.
Luigi time.
So we are about just over halfway to it.
Excuse me? That is not what I wanted. Yeah, this level is actually really hard as Luigi. I actually just started doing Luigi recently. I'm gonna take this safe.
Oh, man.
I didn't mean for that. That ground pound was a fat finger. Oopsie. Luckily, we can just save and load.
It should hopefully be fine.
I guess I could have actually just lived without and just done it with Peach. Well, I could have just lived without, but this level is like way too cool not to show some of the strats of.
Luigi time. Let's go.
I like the alliteration there. Boiling blue bully belt.
Gonna be doing some vectors and. Hang on.
Got it. Oh, man.
Do a small thing here where you just get a lot more speed. I really wish I hit that checkpoint. Really wish I hit that checkpoint now. But yeah, well, I'm just gonna cry about it and move on. There is a Tanuki here as a backup, which luckily I can grab for taking this level safe. I really wanted to show this level with a Katsu, but sometimes you can just get pretty unlucky, and if you get unlucky with this level is a pretty bad run killer.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably about getting the cycle right.
Because, yeah, cycles and losing your Katsu in this level is real easy, as you can imagine. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, this is probably, like, the best way to play
So,
it, because...
in the case that it happens, what is the protocol if you lose your Katsu?
What is my protocol if you what, sorry?
If you lose the Katsu.
If you lose a Katsu, you can either just cry about it, live until the next one, or if the Katsu's quite a bit away, you just get a Toad House.
Right.
Which a Toad House loses like a lot of time, but...
Is it because you have to go back through like maybe some worlds to go get it?
Anyway, yep, another boss fight here. This is actually a really hard boss fight to get right, because if you miss one, like there's a one cycle you can go for here. Hopefully I can get it, but you need to keep both of these boulders alive. Hopefully the boulders behave. Oh my god, he is out for blood. I've never seen that many boulders like go that like close by each other.
So the reason why you're saving this is, I suppose, to watch back and make sure you're not doing anything.
Luckily, getting like a 2 cycle only loses 10 seconds.
Oh, mine.
Actually loses a bit more because I have to get another cat suit for the next level. I get another cat suit next level, luckily. But luckily, like the next cat suit is not the is like really early on. But there's only one more cat suit for the rest of this entire world. And you have to keep it for this level and the next level, which is the hardest level in the game. IMO. Well, one of the hardest levels in the game. Probably like, I would say that actually probably places in my top 3 hardest. Because it's like a mixture of 8 or some other level.
There's definitely quite an amusement park theme to all of this.
Also, yeah, what you do here, you just do like a rolling long jump. If you hold the other, like if you hold up left, you can just get like a lot more speed. Playing this level really safe, by the way, because if you get hit, this is the only cutscene you get. And if you lose it, then it's like, yeah, you're just gonna be taking 877 really slow. So luckily, I didn't lose it. Cool. That was pretty good.
Seems like everything's going to plan so far.
Sorry?
Seems like everything's going to plan so far.
Everything's going to plan. We do have a problem with only one catsuit going into 7-7. Because 7-7 is really hard, but it should be fine. There is like a lot of smaller things in that level that can go whack if you just mess it up. So yep, this is the hardest Captain Toad level. Well, this is the hardest one to run. I don't know how to do it right, so this is gonna be my interesting attempt at doing this level. I kind of learned this level, but didn't really pay too much attention. I haven't like tried the timing. It's like something like you stun this swamp and you kind of wait for like both swamps to be up here. I'm gonna take that save. Oh, are you kidding me? I just missed that cycle by like a second. Hate to see it. Anyway, yep, that's the end of that level. We go to 7-7, which is a level that is very likely to go wrong. If I do not die in this level, I will be very surprised. This level is really hard. By really hard, I mean this level has a lot of death points that you can clearly see if you play this level. I'm gonna choose Peach here. I actually was gonna try to learn this level with Luigi, but that just makes the level even harder. So I'm good, thank you. Okay, so we got the first got this. We are just gonna take this skip. Hello? Got the checkpoint. Nice! Love to see it, dude. Love to see it. First try. Oh my god, that's actually really good. 342. That's like... I'd gladly take that any day of the week. Oh my god, that was actually a really close one. Anyway, yeah, this is the final boss, right? Is that what everyone says? There's totally not another world after this, right? This game ends this is Bowser's Castle, right? Right? Clueless? Am I just being clueless here? Anyway, yeah, this is level 8. This is the final... This is Bowser's Castle. We're just gonna get this boomerang power-up. If you actually were a top level... like, I think top level runners actually mainly... I think only Cactus actually started using Tanuki here. Because Tanuki is is busted. Because you can essentially, like, you can just get this star and get back without dying, or, like, with the boomerang. And it saves quite a lot of time, but it is really hard. I'm dead. Luckily we get to keep the stars, which is not the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna play it safe and get the boomerang suit out of the way, because if I lose this Katsu, I'm going to be sad. And yeah, this is the Bowser fight of all time. See here's a bit of a funny story, right? I was trying to grind for sub 140, which is a really big time in this game. And then I was actually losing a lot of time in my runs to this exact boss fight. Mostly being unsure why. And basically, this is gonna be stupid, but Bowser has a different hitbox to the car. Do not ask why this is the thing, but if you hit Bowser, Bowser takes 3 hits. If you hit the car, it takes 9. Who at Nintendo thought this was a good idea? I really want to talk with them. Why? Like, what's up? What's happening?
Nintendo have definitely gone through an interesting phase as they moved on to the Switch era, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly. It's like some parts of like the hitbox can be like really finicky, and if you hit the car, then you're just wasting more and more time for yourself. And
oh no, we're not actually done?
we're not actually
oh my
done.
God.
No way. Oh no, Bowser glitch. Bowser. Galaxy Runners moment. I had to do the Galaxy joke. Everyone does it.
I am shocked.
Galaxy Runners only have one joke. Anyway, yeah, Bowser's just gonna dip real fast. And we're just gonna go right up after him. 41 stars, that is right, I think. I don't think I've missed a star that I don't usually get. Well, don't usually get, so yeah, we go up to the best music in the game. And if anyone wants a cat jam, feel free to post cat jams, because, yeah, this is great music. And yeah, now we go to 8-1, which is... World 8's also got a lot of pretty tough levels, back to back. Mostly, this level's actually kind of hard. Couldn't skip most of it though, with just vectoring and Luigi. I did not mean to get into that box here. And yeah, you can just go right over to the level. Do that, and yeah. Anyways, after this, 8-3 is a level I actually died in my PB, if I remember correctly. This level is actually pretty hard. And I actually did do a recent bit of a development recently with Toad, which, doing this level with Toad is like about 10 IGT faster, so like about 6 seconds faster than doing it with Peach. But it is really hard, so... that is not good. I'm probably gonna reset the level because if I do not, I kind of want to keep both catsuits on me. Anyways, we just go up here. This is where the run... This is like a actually pretty hard trick, and if you're you can actually just jump off and get the star a bit earlier, but it's really risky. Anyway, we just do this. Cat scratch, jump, roll in one jump, scratch, scratch, dive. Get over to this section. I used to do this level with Peach, but Peach was was slow. That is not what I wanted. Luckily, I did reset with the both catsuits, so that's not the worst thing in the world. Luckily, I have a backup. Well, I actually don't have a actual backup. Luckily we don't need to do the strat again. We can just do this item, like starless route. We can just get on top. I didn't mean to get flagged by fireworks, but we move, I guess. And yeah, this is the level that, this is a level that I often die to because of just something that is right in front of me, I'm just missing something right in front of me. It's amazing. I love this game. I swear this game is actually like this game is actually one of like the games that is just like a mentality test. Because people often just, as soon as people get to like World 6 or something, they just get attached to runs, and that is like the worst thing you can ever do in this game. If you get attached to a run, then there's a high chance of your attachment just going all the way in like these two worlds. So it's like, I would never like count yourself on PBing in this game until essentially a cast, because there's a lot of really hard tech in like these last few levels that can go horribly wrong. By horribly, I mean you just want to you just want to like just stop running the game. I swear it's like a lot of people in this game kind of just go in with like a really bad like mentality, and it's like this game is entirely all about it, me included as well. Anyway, we're just gonna play this a bit risky. We knock that guy out of here. Same with that guy, and we go in. We do a... This is another pom-pom fight, but we have a bit of a fast strat. Same as last time. And now she goes into 8, 9, and I don't remember how much the last one is, I think. I thought she... Oh yeah, it was like 6, 8, and 9, so... That was actually pretty good. There was some like points I was kind of questioning my movement, but we got there in the end. Anyway, the next level, 8-4. you can kind of get a bit of a sense of why this level is actually really hard. Just by watching it, because if you know the level, then you will probably get a very good idea of why this level is hard. It's called Footlight Lane, and essentially everything you platforms only show up when you have within a certain radius of it.
This looks very fun. I suppose there's some level of visual cues as to the platforms.
This is really hard. I am so lucky that I did not get hit. Same with that.
This one is definitely about the okay.
We're fine.
This one is definitely about the memory, I suppose. Although the touchpad does also help, I imagine.
The thing that is important about this world is you really need to keep your cat suit. I guess it's like the thing with like this whole game, but this world especially is the most important. Because of the next level. And if anyone is familiar with the next level in a speedrun sense, if a speedrun is in the chat, they know exactly what I'm on about, because there is a goofy strat right at the end of this level that has killed many runs, including a lot of mine. And if you this is probably like this is like the second, one of the hardest levels in the game. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because this is, yeah, you can kind of get like a really good idea of how this level is. And I only have one shot at it because I have one cat suit. If I didn't die in 8-3 or at the end, I would have gotten 2, and I really want to show this off. So hopefully I can get it. If not, it's fine. It's not like the end of the world, but if I can get it, then that would be great. So this section, get these boos. And we go in this pipe. Bit of a sneaky thing you can do where you can jump. Yeah. And yeah, this is the hardest run, the hardest trick in the run. This is called a bone jump. And I messed it up. Yeah, unlucky. Just gonna have to take the slow way. But essentially, there's a thing where like you jump on that dry bones. And if you jump on that dry bones, you can kind of jump from dry bones to dry bones. And if you jump, like when you're jumping from dry bones to dry bones, you should just save like so much time by doing it. Like you save this entire auto-scroller. So yeah, now we can just chill. Kind of unfortunate that I missed it, but oh well, we move. It's best not to go for it again, because I would lose like 2 minutes. Even though I want to show it off, it's like you land here. There's like 2 different strats. This is the dry bones bounce. You jump on this dry bones, jump on this dry bones, and you jump on this dry bones. And if you miss one of them, then your run is dead.
When you say your run is dead, I assume you just mean it's in not being like you just end up not being able to complete the level.
You essentially have to just roll this auto-scroller out. Which this auto-scroll loses 40 seconds. So yeah, if you mess it up, then there's like a high chance your run is just rip. Bozo. And yeah, we just move on. I really wanted to show that off. I'm kind of sad I missed it, but we move. What can you do? That trick has been annoying me for ages. There's like another setup there's like a different setup that only loses 10 seconds called Candle Skip, where you just jump from candle to candle. Like, there's like 9 or so candles in the area. You just jump on the wall, climb up a bit, and then go onto a candle, jump on the wall, climb up a bit, go to another candle, so on and so on until you hit the last one, and then you just You just finish. Like, you just do it, like, it's like a bit safer, but a bit slower. Anyway, yeah, this is another one of these levels. Not much to explain. Then we got 8-7, which 8-7 is another really hard one. And I'm kinda scared of it. Because I'm gonna be doing some funky shenanigans with this level. Is in world within 8-7. It's a bit of a rough run killer for people, so I'm hoping I can get it. Yeah, we move. I forgot to mention this, but doing these like jumps and dives off of like the walls are faster than just climbing up normally. So it's like you jump off and then do an Odyssey dive back on. You save like about a second every time. I'm good on stars now. This is... I've heard this is faster, so I'm just gonna do it just in case. People say this is a second faster, but I'm not 100% sure. You do this instead of taking the pipe. And yeah, this is a really hard level, because these grumblumps here have a bit of a really weird thing with them. If you ground pound, you make them angry, and if you make them angry, they go faster.
Which I guess in this case is definitely what we want.
And yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this Tanuki suit, and this is a pretty funny trick. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna ground pound this guy, get speed, and go zoom. That is fine. And yeah, we could just roll this out.
It's interesting that they added the feature to make the...
Sorry?
It's interesting that they added a feature to make the block angry and go faster.
No, just ground pounding. You have to ground pound every 4 rotations it does, because if you do that, it just makes it go a lot faster.
Do you think that to some extent...
Oh my god,
Oh no, it's okay.
I just got trolled by that platform. That platform can troll you if you're holding, run. So, I'm just gonna do this trick again, and hopefully... I can just get to the end and try this section again.
Do you think that...
What am I doing? Hello? This is not...
It's okay, it's okay.
It's fine.
Do you think that to some extent the developers kind of had the intention of making a game that was fairly speedrunnable?
I'm getting trolled by this level now. This is amazing. I'm just going to let my thumb go off of the run button, because I've heard this happens quite a lot. It's been happening to me quite a bit, so... I'm just gonna have to take this like a filthy casual. You know, right? Speedrunners doing casual strats. What a sin. Get this, and this level's actually gone wrong in like all of my marathon runs so far, and it's kind of funny that it has, but it's like I think mostly to the same reason too. Like, I've been getting, like, jumps when I'm rolling off that, like, platform, and if you get jumps when you're doing that, then it's like, yeah, you're, going in. You move. We move. It's fine, it's fine. Trying to think about what this is. This is probably like a 144 now or something. I have no idea what the run is though. So don't tell. I can tell. No, I could probably take a guess. Yeah, so 8. I'm gonna do 8A then. Well, I'm gonna do 8B then 8A first just to take it safe. I normally would do 8A first, but because I don't have any cat suits, I would kinda like to have more reassurance for Motley. Because this is like the last 2 boss fight rematches before the final lap of the run. Just gonna do the same thing here. Missed the fast grab, but that's fine.
I suppose we should mention we are £15 away from the donation incentive to try and complete Champions Road. So, if you would like to see that.
Yeah, read them. Just the same, like the bosses in World 3 and 6, just over again. Hello? I will probably lose this cutscene in World 6 in like 8A, but hopefully I don't. Hopefully this is going well, so hopefully the last section is going well. Like, this boss doesn't troll me. Because the boss can, like, Motley can just bozo me and just instantly make this even harder. I'm gonna stick as Luigi because even though I would normally play this level with Toad, it's probably faster to play as Luigi because of menuing reasons. Changing the character, probably doing this level with Luigi will be like a bit faster than changing to Toad, then changing back to Luigi for the next level. That's like kind of an important thing that people should like take a note when you're playing this game. Like, you can save a lot of time just by not going... just by playing as either one character or... See what I told you when I lose my catsuit there? That's amazing. You can either do this by playing as one character or playing as, like, do changes as little as possible. Because if you do, like, little changes, then... That's actually perfect that I lost both of those clones, because, yeah, I didn't want them to get in the pipe. Luckily, you guys actually get to see some itemless strats for Final Bowser, and a little bit... Had a quick look at the time, and yeah, this is like 142, 143 pace now. Which is actually pretty good. Pretty good for a marathon run. I think my best one is like a 144. So, I will take those any day of the week. And I actually remembered the route, so like I didn't have to like look at my phone, because I made like a notes on my on the train from Birmingham to say, hey, this is what I have to do, and I actually didn't even need them. My phone is still in my pocket, because yeah. Also, yeah, this is the final Bowser.
Oh, nice. So this is going to be well, I guess the last level of this run.
This is the last level, yeah.
Final for real this time.
I guess I can also kind of mention there is a top level skip that there's a skip that top level runners do called Meow's skip.
A Meow's skip.
Yeah. If you've played the Wii U version and like seen it, there is you may recognize it. It's like a thing that anyone in the Wii U version, with a little bit of time, you could probably do it. It's like you essentially go from here to like halfway across the Bowser, like this section of the Bowser stage, like the Bowser auto-scroller. There's like no music, there's nothing. I was actually doing a co-op run with Xylet, shoutouts to her. She is a really good 3D World runner. She is like 3rd place. Like a 128. She's also a really good friend of mine. She's actually been getting really good at She actually was doing this with like online delay from co-op. Like you essentially have to do like Tanuki boosts, and you just have to just send it all the way, and you just land about here, if I remember correctly. You skip like the entire Bowser cutscene. The funny thing is, if you're doing that, then no music plays. And it's, I kid you not, the hardest skip in the run, and I know I've been saying that a lot, but this is like, that's like actual, like, only top level runners go for it. And some people say it's like, what, a 1 in 3 success rate? If you do it, then it's like, yeah, you do it, then you save 40 seconds, but right at the end of a run, too, is one of the most disheartening things to have, because it's like you're going to expect to kill some runs, especially to this level. Like 2 minutes to the end. I don't think this is like actually the hardest skip in the run, because there's like a few others in like top level, like 6-4 and like 6-4 fastest cycle, but this is like one of the hardest. Anyway, funny Bowser Square, I'm gonna be doing an auto scroller skip. Gonna be paying attention to my controller vibrations. Climbing up here. Luckily, this is a lot easier. If I can get it. I am at the wrong spot, so I guess we're just gonna take it casual way. My bad. Kind of funny that. What? How did I get hit that? What? I'm flipping that. Funny thing is, switch flips are so useful. I love them. Like, what hit me? This is a great video game. Also, yeah, I'm gonna take this easy. Don't worry about stuff. Get ready on time. Time ends as soon as I touch the final the final flagpole. And yeah, this seems to be a 143.
Do you hear that? Hello, at the back there.
Yeah.
Yes, they do hear that.
Timing ends as soon as... Well, not as soon as I grab the flagpole, but... I'm waiting for the points to get added to the total to... finish. I'm actually happy with that.
So as in, like, when the points get added, that's when...
Yeah, or when the timer stops, I guess, is another indication.
Okay, so we will try...
I'll call it out as it goes.
So hear out for the time?
So this timer here, by the way.
Yes.
So get ready on time. And... time.
Time. Nice.
GG.
Nice.
Thanks. What's the time? 1:43:33. That is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
I mean, it's 6 minutes off my PB. My PB, for reference, is a 1:37:28.
We have a donation of a very what we're already in it's £9.69, very mature, from Eric Lima saying, I don't really know why I'm donating money, as I'm already donating plenty of effort, time, and sleep to help the stream.
So did we hit the incentive for Champions Road?
I believe so. Let me check. Okay, we did hit the incentive, and then someone changed the amount, probably to try and get a bit more money. That did not happen. So yes, we did hit the incentive.
All right. So, Champions Road time. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's game. I was actually doing practice of this, like, in the, while setting up with arrows, so, yeah, we should be good.
This is definitely going to be interesting.
This is definitely an interesting level. I would have actually tried this with Luigi, but I didn't want to... I want to play it safe. So yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to go over here, jump over here, and this is like the hardest section of the level in my opinion, because of these cycles. This section's kind of hard. You just have to just go around these, avoid these fuzzies, kind of take your time. And these next three sections are really easy because this one you can just skip. This one you can skip the same way. And the third one has a really hard trick called waterless. What we do is we go up here, and that pipe is kind of invisible in Free Will Bowser's Fury for some reason. Do not ask why. It just is. And this is the last section. Again, we have to be careful of these platforms because these platforms can cause input drops. I actually did this damageless. Wow. Let's go. There's actually another thing you can do here called thank you skip.
Oh, that was great.
Where you can literally jump on top of these, like, top of the section. But, yeah.
Wait, so as in, like, you could just skip the thank you.
You can just go on top.
Yeah.
And, yeah, skip
So
this.
there's no need in this case.
There's no need to just go in the pipe. It's of course faster, but it's a way to just clutch out a PB if you need to, or kill a 380 run if you want to do that, which I don't suggest. And yeah, that's it.
Very nice. Well, thank you very much for your run. Honestly, it was great to watch.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Great for my first IRL event, because I've
your first IRL event?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do one since, like, UTSM 2019, I believe, but I couldn't get into them because a mixture of getting bozoed by travel and, of course, the funny virus.
Yes, the very funny virus. I believe that WASD, apparently it was the last in-person speedrun in the UK before coronavirus happened. So that's a fun fact.
It was that was Quick. I think it was Quick actually.
Oh, was it? Well,
Yeah.
someone told us a lie then, clearly.
It was a Quick 2020, and then the virus happened, and then yeah.
Fair. Maybe one of the last then.
But yeah, I just want to say quick shout-outs to Arrow first for helping me with stuff. And shout-outs to the Free to World community. If you want to join the Free to World Discord, go and just join the through s.com. Runners like Xylex, Mizu, Glenn, Intensive, and others for helping me. And yeah, that's it. That's for me, Podz SR. If you want to follow me, I'm probably going to be doing some Sunshine after this. I don't know. On Twitch. I love Sunshine. Yay! And yeah, thank you for having me. I'll see you all. Good luck with the event.
Thank you very much. I will also... Okay, we're going to go to a 5-minute break now, and then we'll be back afterwards. Thanks.
I was gonna say for a minute, I realized my Twitch name was wrong on here. My